Embrace the dark side of your manhood. This is a very interesting video, one that I don't believe a lot of creators talk about, but it is very, very helpful if you learn how to master your dark side as a man. So I want to describe how you can do this, exactly what it even is that I'm talking about, and how that I can help you produce better results in life. So let's get into it. What's going on, man? Welcome back to the Sophisticated Man YouTube channel. I am Tino Regano, men's development coach. Make sure you hit subscribe for more men's improvement content. So embracing your dark side. This is a fun topic because it's not something that is generally talked about a lot in this manosphere, but it's very important nonetheless. And let's be honest, there is positives and negatives to every single thing in life. Femininity and masculinity is no different. I talk a lot about the positive traits of masculinity, being the light, being generous, building, growing, giving back to others. But at the same time, there is a dark side to masculinity that is equally as useful and important. Typically, and what most people would deem as toxic masculinity, which is not fucking toxic if you use it the right way, is men that can be very aggressive, men that are very competitive, men that use their ego. Now, obviously, there's extremes to these sides, but you can use aggression and you can use ego. You can use competition in a positive way, can you not? The word aggression by itself, just take it face value. It's neither good nor bad. A guy can be aggressive in a negative way. Maybe he's abusing someone or in a fight or confrontation in some way. That can be negative, but it could also be in a positive way. In a protective standpoint, like you're trying to protect your family, you have an intruder break in, you're gonna want to break that motherfucker's face. I'm going down there, I'm fighting, I'm fighting with my life. I'm trying to kill this person because if it ain't them, it's me and my family, and that's using it in a positive way. It's for protection, for the ability to help your family and your friends, right? You can use aggression, you can use competition, you can use ego to your advantage. The reason a lot of modern men are weak and timid and passive and disconnected completely from their masculine today is because they've forgotten how to tap into their primal instincts. We have these animalistic primal instincts within us. It's not popular to talk about, especially in the hardcore feminist society that we live in, but it is a truth of life. Men are hardwired to be more aggressive, more competitive, more dominating than the average person because we have testosterone flowing through our balls and giving us this electrifying hormone. That's just the truth. But how we use those characteristics is completely up to us. So I'm telling you to have an ego. I'm telling you to be aggressive. I'm telling you to be dominating and competitive, but in very productive, efficient, non-destructive ways. Competition is healthy when used the right way. Men that are competing with each other. I know there's other YouTubers on this platform that I like, that I even sometimes collaborate with, but at the end of the day, I look at what they're doing and be like, yo, I could do that a little bit better. I know a little bit more about this subject than this particular guy. Nothing unhealthy about that. Is actually competition breeds more strengths. Amazingly healthy when used in good doses. Same thing can be said with ego. You hear a lot of things about ego death in self-improvement, and we say, well, don't have an ego, be completely humble. While I agree, being humble is a very good thing, and I promote that as well. But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of ego. You gotta have an edge to you. I believe every guy needs a little bit of edge to himself. This sounds maybe egotistical, sounds maybe a little cocky. I could literally walk into a room full of guys and full of people and honestly say to myself, I know that I'm working harder than people here. I know that I'm better than the average guy in life. I just know that for a fact. I can look somebody in the eyes and instantly know if there's somebody that works hard, that's serious about what they're doing, that is legitimately a hustler and trying to better themselves. If they're not, I'm not gonna say I feel like I'm better than that person, but I feel like I'm doing a lot more than that person. And it kind of fires me up. I get excited when I see myself leveling up and going up and up, and I know other people aren't working as hard as me and aren't doing the things that I'm doing. And I use it to fuel me. I use that ego to kind of get me going and being like, yo, I'm doing this. I am making myself more equipped than this guy, than this person. And ego is the one thing that makes human beings human. If we didn't have egos, then we're literally the same a deer walking in the woods. A deer doesn't know it's a deer. A deer is just living. It's just present. has no idea that to self-identify, to have a consciousness, it's just a fucking deer. It doesn't know any better. But human beings, we have consciousness. We have that ego. Now, while too much ego is bad, just a little dose of it in healthy ways can be very helpful and beneficial. Every single successful man in life, guaranteed, has a little bit of an ego. Really quick example that really ties everything perfectly together. One of my all-time favorite series is Star Wars, and if you've been watching, and if you know anything about Star Wars, you might know where I'm going with this. Star Wars talked a lot about the Force, and the Force had a light side and a dark side, and all the Jedi were on the light side, Sith obviously were on the dark side, the bad guys, right? Well, one of the most powerful Jedis in the whole universe was Mace Windu, and he's a very popular character in the prequel trilogies. Loved his character. Samuel L. Jackson played him really, really well. But the cool thing about him, he actually utilized the light and the dark side of the Force, which made him that much more powerful. So what I'm saying is, you can use the light side effects of masculinity. Obviously that's going to help you. Obviously that's going to be what you probably should lead with. But let's not neglect completely the dark side of masculinity, the aggression, the ego, the competitiveness, the drive, the dominating force that exists. Used in a proper way, it can be massively beneficial for you and the things that you're trying to achieve and build in your lifetime. As long as you're not using them in an abusive, toxic way, you can use it as a tool. You gotta kind of accept all parts of yourself to be fully integrated and to be a man that is making waves in life. So it's something to think about the next time you hear that competition is unhealthy, or aggression is a bad thing, or ego is a bad thing. I want you to really think about that. But again, it's all about control. Not letting those dark side traits get the best of you, and not being too far into the light even, to where those things become polluting. Like if you're too humble all the time, you're always too generous, you're too forgiving, too nice in certain ways, then people can take advantage of you. The best thing is always right in the middle. You gotta find your balance, and that's really the theme to a lot of the things I talk about on this channel. So find that balance of the light and the dark, and the sky's the limit for what you can achieve as a man. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought about this topic. Seriously, this was definitely a different type of topic, one that I don't think maybe you were expecting, but it's something that is interesting. It's something that we can definitely discuss. If you don't agree with me, please leave it down below, and if you do agree with me, let me know down below. I want to know what your thoughts are on this subject. Any topics, subjects you want me to cover on future videos, also let me know that for sure down below. And make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so yet. And if you want to work with me personally, right now I offer one-on-one coaching where I will help you get serious about your self-development journey. I help you craft your goals, I help you take action on those goals and hold you accountable to taking action on those goals. I help you build structure in your daily routine, building positive habits, and building confidence in anything involving lifestyle, manhood, and relationships. Click the link down below to apply for a free discovery call. Right now I'm accepting clients and I can't wait to work with you. So that's the video, man. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you gained value from it. I hope you understand where I'm coming from too. I'm not saying to be an egotistical maniac, to be overly aggressive, overly combative, and like competitive. There's a fine line and a proper balance to all of this stuff. Yes, work on your light side. Be humble, be generous, lead with compassion, help others grow. All these things are great and amazing, but let's not fully neglect our dark side, because too far in either way could drive a man insane, and it's detrimental actually to your growth. Recognize the positive aspects of aggression, of competitiveness, of ego, of being dominant. There is ways to use them productively for yourself and for others. You don't have to use them in a negative way, even though they're labeled negatively or bad. It's all about the application and using them properly. So try it out, man. I think this will really change your mind on the whole subject. So with that being said, man, hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Remember, everything truly does start with you. You want some more videos about men's improvement? Click the videos right here. Peace out, man.